So, hello all, this is Architect Bala Hari Krishnan. People often call me as BHK. And here I'm to share about this particular presentation, which is about application of AI in architectural practice. So here I would like to share a glimpse of what I have explored so far and the experiments right now I'm doing with AI in my architectural practice. So to start with my explorations with AI, I still remember it, the entire internet is flooded with images when the concept of Discord comes into the picture. So initially when they launched the AI tool, everyone they were curious about generating the images. So I too started by that time. So this is a very quick image that I generated by having a very older picture of my sketch. I just uploaded that and I just gave some prompt out of which it generated this many iterations. So for this particular iteration, I just used this promeai tool, where in which on uploading a particular sketch and along with the text prompt, we were able to generate these many iterations. By default, promeai gives three iterations for any AI generation. So this is another image where you can see, yeah, to my surprise, the understanding of I started revealing step by step, like when I give the water as one particular text, how it is understanding. So when there is you can see like how this particular black shaded area, it is reflecting in the AI iteration. So each and every part, I just wanted to have understanding, like when I give one particular kind of expression, what is the result from the AI. So these are the initial explorations that I wanted to have. This is another image where you can see AI started developing much when I did this particular iteration, because to my surprise, it gave me three different options or the three different way of perceiving things. Like when I drew this particular tree, on one particular iteration, it understood the same as tree. On another two, it understood as some cloud, something like that. So another important thing that I could see, or I surprise how AI have gone into the depth of understanding. Like in this particular image, you can, as an architect, we know like when element something protrude from a wall, something like that, the projection will cast some shadow. So uh, the roof slab, the balcony projection, each and everything it understood, and even it have some level of understanding as if this light is falling from this particular plane, and it interestingly create the shadow to the wall plane and to this balcony projection, everything. So this had helped me to understand like how each and every part of the sketch is represented in the exploration. This is another image where I intentionally want to have the night view of one particular sketch. So all these three iterations, what you see here is the night view. Since this being the dark evening, what I mentioned in the prompt, and the moonlight, it by default it took some lamps, which is like the people who are sitting there, they might have some lamps for their own visibility and seeing the surroundings, something like that. So that again creates some kind of interest to this particular picture. So what I see on this iterations is like how AI is extending our imagination, how it is bringing new perceptions to the whatever the thing that we upload or that we limit with the prompt. This is another iteration where simple random scribble, but I want to convey, or I want to just check like how AI is reacting to this particular sketch. Without any prompt, I just uploaded this and it gave three different iterations as if this is a kind of a door handle, something like that. So another sketch where you can see it's a simple tabletop and with night lamp or the table lamp kind of a design, where it gave three different options. Here I could see like the three different material explorations it came with. Like one, it can be a metallic finish, and another it can be the change with the color and the contemporariness of that particular element, and another it can be like a combination of different contrasting materials. So all these iterations, it's just push our thinking to go beyond and explore things. So this is a very quick, what to say, an iteration or the image generation. As if what if a simple concept can be conceived in a fraction of second, like a teacup with an elephant head. That is the idea which was there in my mind, and I just gave the prompt, and it gave it a just explode, or it helped me explode to give these many iterations. So now we are shifting from the concept of explorations to experiments. Like all these are like very basic uh, iterations where I wanted to just explore like how what is this A, how this is working, or in depth of understanding like how things are happening, something like that. So now we are shifting to the cases where I wanted to apply this to the real life situations or the real life scenarios where really this A is making an impact. First is like reimagining the picture, like the effective way of reimagining the existing or the old ones which are in ruin condition, something like that. So for this, what I did is like this is a photograph that I took from the Google Map, the temple, Tirumani temple tank, and I just wanted to in recent days, like most of the days, that tank is remaining dry without the water. I just wanted to imagine like how this entire tank will be with the water, and how glorified the space will be. So that is the intention. So I just asked AI to do that. And to my surprise, just by giving the right prompt, I would say like it created a very interesting image of that particular space, how it will be when it is like the full flourishing space, something like that. So this is one particular image. And I just wanted to extend beyond, like as if instead of being this a simple image generation, I just wanted to make it more like a video kind. So for that, I just asked the AI to cast the shadows, which is like traveling through this particular space. So what you see here is a quick generation, or maybe 30 seconds clip of the entire space being lit with natural light, like how it will behave when it is dark, and how it will behave when it is in light. So this is not a real time short video. So this is AI generated video, just by giving the prompt and then converting that into the image, and the image it is converted into the video. So there are cases where the buildings which are in ruin condition or which are like incomplete, we can use this effective technology to fill the blanks and even to reimagine how it would be earlier, something like that. So next is about the possibilities, like doing quick mock-ups and to see like what are the different angles of one particular product or one particular element. So without changing the entire thing, something like that. So here again, I took another Google Map image of one particular street nearby my location. So what I wanted to see is like every day when I go across this particular street, I see this blank walls, blank canvas. So how this particular canvas can create some interest by adding some paintings or some murals or whatever it can be. So obviously, if we need to do that, it's a very tedious job as a designer, as a 3D visualizer. It will be taking months and years, months of time to do this particular thing. Again, the realisticness of that particular output, it's a question mark. So what I did is just I wanted to have this wall look as if it is painted with some murals or graffiti, something like that. So what you see here is the immediate iteration from the uh, AI, which is like just by uploading the image and mentioning like I want to make this wall converted with South Indian temples paintings that are being depicted here, something like that. If you give the right prompt, obviously it is giving a better illustration. This is one image generated. And second, you can see like with some projections and recessions, how it will be like the same, more kind of a temple wall kind of ambience. And this is another generation where you can see a graffiti kind of expression. So all these are possible with just a fraction of minutes and with the right prompt. And next important thing that I would stress is like the stronger vision needs stronger visualization. Like in today's scenario, we always speak about the brand, how well established our brand, it will affect our sales and everything. So the same way, when we have the strong vision, we need that strong visualization to get the things done. So this is another case where again it's a Google Map generated image, and I just took some screenshot, and I just wanted to give a different perception to this particular space as of like the entire front area in front of this temple. Like if it is the case where this entire space is pedestrianized and more user friendly, how it would be. Maybe I just wanted to draw the inspirations from the Roman Greeks and how the plazas and the public spaces act. So I just gave those references, and I wanted AI to iterate based on those things. So it just came up with these many iterations, uh, giving exact result as of like how the space is going to transform when it is completely pedestrianized. So this will give a complete picture, maybe if you are presenting to an authority, maybe to the government, or maybe for our client proposal. Definitely, this is a very quick way of acting and representing things. And this will definitely impact the soon the things get being implemented. And next is about the fascination. Obviously, as an architect and as a designer, we always tend to create stories and imagine stories like how earlier it would be. So something like that. These are quick image generations of like how maybe 1,000 years before one particular temple would exist, something like that. So the relevancy and the accuracy of the image, again, it's a question mark. Still, this AI models, it needs more number of data and refinement. But the way it generated things and understanding of the things, it's again it's a base from which we can always develop. So this is another image. So all I wanted to have is like Pallava architecture, then Tirvanakol temple, all those place cases. But okay, it to some extent it just created the ambience. And next is, as architects, we are good in sketches, obviously. So there are cases where we need to quickly do some sketch, and immediately we need to visualize that particular sketch to a concept. So here is a example, like as of to the left, what you see is my sketch where I just wanted to quickly imagine that particular space, how it would be like a swimming pool with a sitting ledge of a window where the people can sit and they can look onto the swimming pool, something like that. And to the left, what you see is a flight of steps and surrounded fully with the landscape and all those parts. So this is a out of some 4 to 5 iterations, I would say this to some extent I could able to match the exact ambience or the idea which I wanted to bring as output. And these are some other iterations of the same sketch. So obviously, this is going to bring in new perceptions. I would say, as a architect and a designer, I am always open to perceptions, like how it will be. Like there are cases where the designs which are being brainstormed in an office, it will get shaped well. So now, instead of being those being happening, I would say like this is getting replaced. Each iteration, it is going to reveal something to you, and out of which you can able to generate uh, and you can redefine your thinking. And next is about the compositions and combinations. There are cases where you need a quick material palette to be changed or a quick arrangement to be changed for a particular design solution. So here is in all the three cases, you can see the same material palette is being followed, but the way the things are arranged, it's getting different. The way the things are expressed, maybe the form, the shape, or it can be the paneling detail, whatever it can be. So it can be when the client is confused, or you yourself need some more iterations to look onto one particular space. Definitely, this is a very nice method of seeing at things, I would say. And next is about express designs. Obviously, in today's scenario, there are cases where people always wanted to have designs at a very quick manner. So yeah, there is no need of waiting time, something like that. So here is a very interesting case where one of my friend, he was asking me to give elevation for this particular building, and for which I just used the chat GPT to create a quick conceptual elevation. Again, this is not just a random elevation, but with the clear inputs, like how I want the facade to be changed, introducing the CNC, restricting about the color palette, and what kind of ambience I need. So all these are the inputs that is given by myself, and immediately ChatGPT gives a result which is to immediately show to the client for a concept. This is definitely going to help, I would say. So further, we have not restricted to that. As a designer, obviously, with the discussions and with iterations, the design keeps evolving. So from there, we have shifted to this particular stage where, again, with so many discussions and iterations and bringing in new things, the design keeps evolving. So this is generated by us. Earlier, the concept is generated by the AI. And obviously, the time management in today's case, we are bombarded with things, and managing the time, it's a very tough uh, when it comes to the architectural practice. So this particular project is where it's interior for a restaurant. So what we did is we had ideas. We just wanted to present the client the two different options, how it will be in two different ambience of settings, the entire space. So that is the idea. For that, what we did is we did the basic modeling of the entire space, and then we shifted to AI to generate iterations. So here the intention is to have one option as if fully bright space, even in the day and night, the entire space is going to bring more light into the space and giving a different ambience. So this might be the one case we want to express. And the other case, it's like a dull one, or what we call it as a very a sober kind of environment where we just want to focus more on the dining and not on the surrounding atmosphere, something like that. So these are two different concepts that we quickly generated out of that particular model, and these are other iterations of the same thing. So from there, obviously we keep refining. We are not just going to limit this particular image as the final output. Again, these images are not exactly going to represent what the exact scenario did, but this will give a quick understanding of the space, and to convince about the materials to the client. You can have the texture finish, you can have the tile finish, something like that. So all this are the big possible ways of applying the design concepts to that particular space. And next important thing I would say is like a single space but multiple options. There are cases where we can't restrict. Either it's our end, we need to reimagine the space to get our satisfaction, or the case sometimes where we want to satisfy the client with the different options, like how it will look for this particular space. Sometimes it can be like the client, he is very fond of having brighter colors, or it can be full of wood or something like that. So how we can tackle that particular time. So this is again a quick model that we did, and we have taken the output with the clean white margin. So we just asked the AI, and with what to say, a right prompt, we just generated the iterations. So this is iteration number one, iteration number two, number three, number four, number five, number six, number seven, number eight. So these many iterations are definitely possible. Maybe each and every iteration, it may have some or other kind of changes. Like it can be about the material palette, it can be about the arrangement of things, or it can be about the background design. So, but definitely with these many iterations, we can easily able to come to a conclusion by picking certain things from each, and finally culminating at one particular thing, which is like what to say, which is like very apt to that particular space. And it's just about ease in marketing. So obviously, in today's case, like we need to do much of marketing, or the what to say, frequently we need to connect with our clients. So in that case, obviously, we need this help of AI. So these are the quick illustrations and pictures that I generated using the AI for the festive wishes. Again, some more pictures. Like each picture, you can easily see how it express the warmth of that particular festive mood, something like that. And it's about carousels that we used to do in our social media. And it's just about the project management. Like again, when I say this, we have many project management tools to track like what are the projects we do, what are the deliverables, and how we are going to stick to certain things, and how we are going to show the track to the client. All these things matters. So for this, again, Notion is one way that we use, and the gamma, which is referred by my mentor. So, so this particular app, it help you to create quick presentations just by giving the right inputs. So again, the interface of the gamma. And Fireflies, I'm using this for taking the notes and transcripting the notes, or it can be some site meetings that is converted into audio, and then you can generate the minutes of meeting out of that. So all these are multiple possibilities of the AI tools. And every day, it's like in today's scenario, we are introduced with so much of new tools, and every day it's a challenge that we need to face. So recently, we are sticking more to this Gemini and Nana Banana type of like the tool which we are using for the AI generations. So one thing which I felt the very first on its introduction, how it has sensed and how it has improved. Like what are the dots that I have mentioned here? You can see like the bokeh effect, or it can be the fog, which sorry, it is the smoke which is coming out of that particular teapot, and the shininess of this silver, the texture of the granite, along with the kind of scratches, which gives a feel as if this particular top is being used for a long time. So this kind of depth of understanding, I would say, this Gemini is really standing apart when we go for this AI generation. Again, this is a very quick comparison between three different iterations, like a single prompt, but the way the Gemini and the Meta it's behaving and giving the results is entirely different. To some extent, the relevancy of the prompt and the output, I would say the Gemini is always standing apart. And just another example where you can see like there are cases where you have a site image, and immediately you need to iterate that particular or visualize that particular space with the idea or the concept that you need to showcase to the client. So this one particular image of terrace with some top projection, which is the chimney. And this chimney, we have used this particular chimney. The intention of the client is to use this particular chimney as a top of this chimney as a ledge or the table where the entire family can celebrate their birthdays for cake cutting and gathering of the friends, something like that. So what I did is I just asked Gemini to quickly imagine the case. So to my surprise, it really brought a very good result without affecting the background and even the detailing that it has added, like the hangings, the shadows of the people, and the decoration elements what we use regularly. So all these are only with the proper understanding, and even I should appreciate the human scale it understood. So based on the human scale, it properly shown this particular picture. So next, what I would say is like whatever the design that we do, obviously it is the communication uh, when it is in a proper way that will reach the many or the masses. So these are the quick five important elements that we need to give more focus when we do any particular prompt or when we are about to give the prompt. First is the clear understanding of the subject, like what is the subject, where you want to focus, what you want to focus, and what are the characteristics of that particular subject. And in-depth detailing of that particular subject will definitely help you to give the right output. And next is the environment. So when the subject is clear, you have to define about the environment, like what is the ambience that you are expecting, like what is the time, who are the persons along with this particular object, or the who are what are the objects along with this particular object, something like that. And next is the composition, like we all know this concept of photography or any composition that you take. We tend to arrange that in a particular way, either 1/4, 3/4, all those things, or the rule of thirds, whatever it can be. So all those composition techniques that we need to give in a right way. And next is about the style and the aesthetics, like what kind of look you need. Either it's a cinematic or a realistic or whatever it can be that you intend to have, so that you have to express here. And next is about the technical details. Sometimes if you know that will add value to your more like expression, more like expressing about the focal length, the distance, the effect, whatever it can be. So all these things will add value to your output when the prompt is given in the right way. So that's it. Thank you for watching this particular session. Uh, if you come across any particular AI tool, or if you are exploring any new AI tools and which are far better than what I have shown here, you can feel free to comment, correct? And if you want to share this particular video to your friends or a person who is just exploring AI, definitely I hope this particular video will be useful to them. Thank you.